Hello everyone, it's the Gutter Trend Ruby, and here I'm going to talk about yet another thing about anime that I forgot to mention last time, but I thought I should just make another video about it. So today I'm talking about one of the newest character in Dragon Ball Super, or he's not new, but he's a new character since Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball, and he is known as the legendary Hitman Hit. Yes, that's right, I'm going to talk about him because I feel like I forgot to mention him on some of my favorite characters since my favorite anime when I talk about Dragon Ball, so I thought that was bad considering how I felt about Hit when ever since I first saw him. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about Hit, what I think of him, and some of his techniques that are cool. So, as usual, I'm not having a script here, I'm just talking from, just from mind, just saying the first thing that comes to mind. Anyway, so let's get started. Now, Hit. Where do I start? So, Hit got introduced in the third arc in the Dragon Ball Super, where it's known as the Universal. The Universal arc, I think it was. Yeah, something about that. Where there's going to be a tournament between Universe 7 and Universe 6, between the two gods of destruction fighting for Super Dragon Balls. These two are going to fight by having 5 warriors from each universe battle each other. Yeah, as you can guess, Hit is on one of the team. He's on Universe 7's team. He's the strongest fighter. He's the last man going to fight. Like, they're fighting consecutively, like one at a time. And yeah, so meanwhile, we get introduced to Hit. They're all standing there when everyone meets each other. Hit is just standing there. He's not talking, he's not saying anything, he's just sitting there. Like, he's a badass pose, just sitting there having his legs crossed and just like giving any crap about. He's not just he doesn't care about anyone else. He's just sitting there not caring. That was like really interesting. I thought, okay, this is obviously a strong character. He has good motivations, I guess. He has a good backstory. That's about the first impression I got from him. But then later, after a whole lot happens, like while the other fights are happening, he's still sitting there. He's everyone around him is experiencing something new from each fighter, and they're all shocked. Even the viewers are. But Hit, he's just sitting there. I mean, sitting there, legs crossed, eyes closed. He doesn't care. It's like he's too OP. He's obviously got some obvious powerful moves on his side, but we didn't know anything about him. He was just standing there. It just got better and better the more I watched him. Yeah, that was kind of like a build-up to Hit. Then later, one of the contestants on his own team, he named Frost, he decided to go and cheat his way out of the fight by using poison that was not allowed. And he got disqualified for it, and since he was disqualified, he wouldn't get the prize or reward from one of the gods of destruction that he got promised, so he instead tried to steal it from them. But then, out of nowhere, Hit comes to him. He's just there going towards saying, hey, stop that, don't do that. And Frost, he's like, yeah, turning around, he's all shocked. He's like, it's you. You're the legendary assassin from this universe, Hit! And then Hit doesn't say anything, he just stays there, stares at him, and Frost is like, what are you doing here? Are you here to kill me? And then Hit, he does something I didn't see him do. It was like, yeah, he did his signature move, that is stopping time, but we didn't know that at the time. So for all we saw, we just saw that he was staring at Frost, and then all of a sudden, Frost collapsed. There was some cool background effects and sound effects as well, we saw, but it still didn't tell us anything about what he did. And then he just feints Frost. Like, it was a good distance between them. He just did that in like a second, and he was down. That was like, oh my god, they're going to have trouble against this guy. And yeah, that's what happened. And then he goes back. He starts sitting again, and then later, while in the battle, he doesn't, as I said, he doesn't look at any of them. He doesn't open his eyes. He just has his legs crossed and doesn't watch. But there are moments where he actually opens his eye to see something that's going on, because he thought maybe that was interesting. The one moment was when Goku went all Super Saiyan against him, and yeah, he transformed into Super Saiyan, and everyone were surprised by that, except for the ones already knew about that. And yeah, even Hit he was surprised, but he didn't care. He just opened his one eye and was like, okay, yellow here, okay, close my eyes again. And that's what happened. And the second time was when he saw Vegeta go Super Saiyan Blue. And now that, obviously, he should be surprised by that, because that's totally new, that's something no one's ever done, or ever seen, at least. Same as Super Saiyan, but that's more rare. And it's special because it's a kind of energy you can't sense, and I'm betting Hit can sense normal energy, but not godlike energy that Vegeta has, that Super Saiyan Blue leads off. And thus he opens both his eyes, looks at him, and then Goku, the main character, he has a staring contest at Hit. He stares at him, he's smiling, and he doesn't say anything, but he's just looking at him because because he's just trying to get his attention, because he knows that Hit is strong, because he just feels off Hit, he feels off how much energy he has. And yeah, that's about it. And after Vegeta defeats the final opponent before Hit, it's Hit's turn. Hit makes his awesome appearance. It's like the referee, he says, okay, now it's the last fighter, it's Hit, the Universe 6's Assassin, and he just does a front flip from from outside the stage, and just front flips into the stage, and lands in a great pose. It's such awesomeness. It's just badass, and I was like, that was the end of the episode, but it was still building up a whole lot of hype. Okay, so that's what happened. And now next episode, he's fighting Vegeta. Now Vegeta is obviously the second, or perhaps the most powerful character in Dragon Ball. Or okay, no, that was wrong. That was wrong. Anyway, Vegeta is the most strongest character. That's what I meant to say. And he fights off with Hit first, and after Vegeta it's Goku, and after him it's Monaka. And Vegeta fights him. He turns Super Saiyan Blue again, and he goes all out against him. But something happens. Like Vegeta just gets punched back. Like he literally just gets punched from Hit, and again. It's a normal punch. We get all confused. What happened again? Because that was a really fast punch out of nowhere. And yeah, it's kind of just that's happening. Hit wrecks Vegeta, and then later in the background, Goku is trying to figure out what exactly he is doing, and then someone says, "Oh, he is stopping time," because that's what he's doing. He is fast, and he's stopping time. Now at that point, he was stopping time by about 0.1 second. And it may sound like a little, but to him, who's already fast from before, it makes a heck of a lot of difference. And because of that, he wrecks Vegeta. Then it's Goku's turn. Now, when I want to tell how the fight between him and Goku goes, but I'm talking about Hit here. So that's what happens. Then Hit. Hit. Let's see now. Okay, what I'm going about this. Yeah. Hit also in battle against Goku, he increases his length of the time skip. That's what the technique for stopping time is, time skip. He increased it from 0.1 to 0.2 to later 0.5. Right now, that was a long time ago since that arc, like 2 arcs ago I think. He must have improved a lot, and he still has other techniques on his side, like the techniques he used in that tournament was perhaps one of his least powerful moves, because he couldn't use his most powerful, because his most powerful were moves that would kill his opponents, and he were not allowed to kill, so that's why. So knowing that, he had a lot more up his arsenal. And then later, much later, he ends up getting hired to kill Goku, and he goes after Goku, he fights against him, and unlike the battle at the tournament, he one-shots Goku. Like, he just punches him and Goku's dead. He used a special technique for that. That was just badass in my opinion. He's been badass ever since I first saw him. I knew he would be awesome. He has a great design. I like his coat. I like how he is just having his hands in his pocket and not caring either way. Yeah, yeah, that's actually why I like him. He's just such a badass, one of the most strongest character in Dragon Ball, and yeah, there's just a whole lot to respect about him, and that's exactly why I like him. So yeah, so I guess that's about it for what I have to say about him. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys enjoy hearing me talk about Hit, because Hit is just the badass character there. He's not my favorite villain, or he's not even a villain at all, so that's something. But he's just one of my favorite characters from Dragon Ball Super, and perhaps all of Dragon Ball. And yeah, so with that said, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I hope you guys will like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Comment down below if you liked it, and if you want to hear me talk about more things, just tell me down below, and I will consider it. Now, have a nice day, and we'll see you guys next time.